So I went ahead and started by just going from the main website and using the login button in the upper right corner. And that will bring me to my forum profile login. I'm going to actually log in as Eli today. And once I log in, we'll see that it knows that I'm logged in as Eli and allows me to have a couple extra options in the menu. I'm going to start off going into the forum profile area just so I can configure what I look like to other people in the forum. So on the first screen of the forum profile, it actually shows my email address, then allows me to upload a picture of myself. This picture would show up alongside my name in posts, or when someone views my profile, that picture would show up in there as well. And I would just click on a button. I would be able to choose something from my computer here. I just don't have any images available at the moment that I'd like to put on Eli's profile, but I would just choose a local image on my computer. It will resize it to 85 by 85, so it can't be a very large image, but usually just one that shows a picture of you or a picture you'd like to represent you. Below that is the signature settings. Here is where I can change what the tag at the end of my posts says. Eli, of course, has a database manager at the right below his name. I can change that by making something italicized or bold if I wanted to have a little more emphasis on that. And down here, this is an important area. This is under contact settings, personal contact form. This is an area where if I uncheck this box, people will not be able to get a hold of me using the contact form within the forums. By default, this box is checked, which allows other people that are logged in to use the forum contact area to contact you directly. And we'll actually show that a little in a few minutes. And then below that is the time zone. This is a time zone specifically for my user because different users can be in different time zones. It will adjust what I see based on which time zone I'm in. So if someone posts in the New York time zone and I am in the Los Angeles time zone, of course it will adjust to 3 hours to correctly show how that looks in my time zone. And of course, when I'm finishing changing anything on this page, I would hit the Save button to save that to my forum profile. At the moment, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next area in the forum profile. So we'll see that there's account, which we just went over, and this one is information. And information is just a little more personal information about me that I would like people to see in the forums. I can go ahead and fill in my city and state as well as country, and then I can put in a short bio if I'd like people to know certain things about me. And of course I can add quotes to the bio. If I want to have a quote that actually is shown as a quote type, I will select the area I'd like to quote and use the block quote here, little quotation marks. And I'll see once I actually hit that button, it's going to indent that, and then that's going to be highlighted, so I know that that is a block quoted area. And if I hit enter, I'll notice that I'm still indented and I still have that quotation, which that means I'm still in the quote area. So I'm going to hit enter again. just going to put something that's not quoted below it. And this would show up, of course, in my forum profile. When someone views my profile in the forum, this would just be showing in the normal area. And below that is a website, and this would be a personal website that I may want others to go to look up more information about me or about a company I work with. I'll go ahead and put NAEA in there. And of course, including the prefix, that's pretty important. If we have a site that's either a secure site, HTTPS, or HTTP for a standard site. So I do want to make sure to put in HTTP. I'm going to actually save this so we can look at that a little bit later. And the third tab is the name tab. This one's pretty self-explanatory, but I still want to make sure that, that we go through this portion. This can change how my first name and last name is shown throughout the website, whether it's in my forum profile, or it's when I'm posting in a forum, or when it's showing who the last post was, or who is currently online. And of course, when I change anything here, I also want to save that. And the next tab is social networks. This is a great area to put in links directly to your Facebook account or your LinkedIn account. And that would allow other people to quickly go in and find you and maybe link to you in Facebook or LinkedIn. And most of the time you will actually want to put your full Facebook or LinkedIn profile in either of these. As well as Pinterest and Twitter. And once I add those in, I just would want to hit save after I'm done. And the next area we want to discuss is subscriptions. Now, the subscriptions are specifically control how the forum sends you information about posts that other users or that you have posted on the forums. It basically keeps you up to date as people post. And the overview page just shows me what I'm currently subscribed to. And it shows me that I have 5 different pages that I'm subscribed to and 4 categories. That means I'm going to get updates whenever any of those 9 objects have something change, either a comment or a new forum post is put into the category. I'll go into those here momentarily. A very important area is the delivery of notifications. I can either tell yes, I'd like to receive notifications, or no, I would rather not receive notifications. If you'd rather just go online and check and not have the reminder email sent to you, then setting this to no will stop those subscribed emails to come to you. And the next area is a little bit longer. I'm just going to touch on a few main points here. By default, you're automatically subscribed to new items that you create. So if I were to post something in the forums, it automatically puts that in my subscription, and whenever anyone comments on that, it sends me an email. And also auto-subscribing to updated content. If I go in and update a forum post, then it will also automatically subscribe. And there's a few different options you can set in here. You can also set how often you would like to receive notifications, and as soon as possible, every 15 minutes, hourly. If you find you're not receiving them as often as you'd like, you can go ahead and change this this threshold. And if you'd like to just see them daily or weekly, then you can just make that change in here, and you won't get as much emails. And when I'm done, I actually would hit save, and that will save any changes I've made to this page. The next area I'm going to go into is the pages and threads. This shows me which specific forum topics that I'm subscribed to. So whenever anyone posts in any of these topics, I'm going to get notified of that based on the settings we just set up on the overview page. So if someone posts in board materials, I would get a notification of that automatically. And if you would like to remove any of these, like if I would not like to hear about preview and save, I would just go ahead and uncheck that box, and I would hit save, and then I would no longer be notified when someone posts in preview and save. You see that that's off of the list now. The next area is the content types. This allows me to subscribe to everything in a certain content type. Content types include the forum topics. This means that everyone, every post that is made on the forum, if I subscribe to it, then I would get an email notification of that. Comments would be, of course, comments on the topic. And then featured articles are featured articles that are posted to the NAEA website. If I check this box, then any featured articles that came up, I would be notified of that automatically. And the categories actually shows me which forums I would like to get notified immediately if someone notified through the subscription area when someone posts here. If I would like to see, I like to get laugh of the day all the time, so I'll check that box, and then as soon as someone posts a new forum topic and laugh of the day, I'll automatically get that. And maybe I'd like to also hear about problems with the IRS. I would just go ahead and check that box. And anytime someone posts to any of these checked forum topic, these checked forum categories, I would receive a notification. Go ahead and hit save. See that now those are checked as well. The subscription portion of the website is a great area to make sure that you do get the information that you'd like to see in certain forums. So definitely change these as you see fit. If you think you're getting a little too much email or would like to receive notifications more often, of course we can do that in the overview page. So I'm going to go ahead and go into one of the forums. And to go into the forums, I'm going to just go to NAEA Forums here. There's a lot of ways you can go there. Up at the top, this is probably the easiest. It's going directly to the forums link. And of course, that shows up after you're logged in. And the home page for the forums shows me what forums I have available. It also gives me a few different tabs to go through. And it shows me some more information at the bottom on who is logged in, as well as how many posts we have on the forum board. So right off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a look at the new and updated topics. And this allows me to see topics that have been recently posted into. And by default, it shows me all of the topics. I could go ahead and change that by selecting one of the categories and clicking apply, and then it will filter this list to just show me the new and updated topics for the Cracker Barrel Lounge. Active topics are topics that people are posting to fairly often, that they're responding to and that people are looking at and replying to. So we'll see that these all of these topics are basically pretty active topics. And again, we can use the filter here to only show certain categories. And my posts actually shows forums that I have started, any topics that I've created on the website. And Unanswered Topics is a nice place to go to find topics that have been posted and haven't yet had any comments on them. So if you're looking to help someone out that may be asking a question on the forums, and this is a great place to go to see some topics that haven't yet been commented on. I'm going to go back to the main page here. And I'm going to scroll down to the bottom just to see the what's going on area. This is a really neat area to see who all is logged into the website and is currently browsing the forum or places on the website. It shows me that there's 32 people, and it actually shows, you know, they're shown their forum profile names on here. And it also shows me statistics of how many posts. I'm going to look through real quickly. Okay, so I went ahead and I clicked on Eli Hernandez, and of course it does show that this is my account, but this shows me the general contact, or the general forum profile. It shows my display name, the city and state. It shows that I did put in a website, and when I hover over that, I see that that's would link me directly to NAEA. It gives me an option to find posts by this user. If I click on that, it will go ahead and pull up the forum post area, which would show any posts that user had started. And then there's my bio area. I added this quote in here. We see that it automatically indents, puts a little gray background to differentiate it from the rest of the text, as well as puts quotation marks around it. It's a nice way to really show quotes in a little nicer fashion, either on your bio or in your posts. And down below, this would be the contact info. Would actually be able to show our Facebook links in here, as well as Twitter links. Since I am actually on my own profile here, I can't contact myself, but I'm going to see if I can actually contact. Okay, this is better. Looks like Eli's logged in as his real account as well, and of course he does have his little profile picture here. This is how it would look if you did upload the profile picture. He has some great information. He used some bold and italicized text here, and there is his links to both Facebook and LinkedIn. I'm going to go ahead and click on the contact user by email if I wanted to send him a message directly. Now it shows me that it shows my from address, but it doesn't show his from address. So even if you do allow other people to contact you, it does that through the website. It doesn't directly allow them to get your email address. It sends it through the site. and I can choose to send a copy to myself and then tell it to go ahead and send the email, and that will just send that through the website directly to the email that Eli has listed in his profile. So that's a great way to send information directly to somebody if you possibly read their post and had some questions or need to get wanted to get in touch with them for some reason. And I am going to go ahead and do the find posts by user, so I can see. I know Eli is very active. You can see that he has a lot of posts in here. And next, I'm going to go ahead and go into the forums, and we're going to go through how to create a new forum topic. Go to the NAEA member form. And I'm going to go ahead and go into the Cracker Barrel Lounge. I see that there are 18 total topics here. 2 of them are new. I haven't read those yet. And a total of 169 posts. And this will show me, it starts by default, it shows me the newest posts first, and then goes down to the oldest. I'm going to go ahead and do a comment on the first post here, testing the new web board. So I just went ahead and clicked on that. It automatically brought me right into it. I can go ahead and read, and this actually sorts it from the oldest first, and then the newer ones go down. And if I just wanted to go ahead and reply to the post here, I could use any of these reply buttons. If I replied to a certain post, it would go ahead and show me that post. That way, if I wanted to quote that, I could. I'm going to go ahead and do that here. We'll see at the top, it shows me what I actually am replying to. I'm going to go ahead and select some of this, and if I wanted to add this to my post, I could paste that down below. There's 3 very important buttons here that deal with pasting. One is just to do a standard paste. The other is to paste as plain text. And the third is to paste from Word. These are actually very important because if you paste from Word or you paste from another website, you can sometimes bring over the format, including fonts, colors, sizes, that you may not want. So I would like to just paste as plain text because all I really want to do is paste in the actual text. I don't want any formatting included. So I have that pasted in. I'm going to go ahead and select that text. I'm going to put that in a quote. You see that now it's highlighted, it's indented. I'm going to hit enter. It shows me I'm still highlighted and indented, so that's still a quote. I'll hit enter one more time just to get out of the quote area. And I will go ahead and put my response down here. Now, I always recommend doing a preview just so I can see how my post looks prior to saving. It's not a requirement, but it's nice to know how your post is going to look in the end. We see that my quotes came through here. There's my response, and then at the end of it, it put my signature down here. So I think that looks great. I'm going to go ahead Save that. Okay, and there's my post on an existing forum topic. The next thing I'd like to do is create a new forum topic. And we'll see that right now it shows that we're in the member forum, we're in the Cracker Barrel Lounge. So I'm just going to, there's a few ways I can go back to the main lounge area. I can either click here, this is called the breadcrumb menu here. I can click there, or along the side, I have menus here as well. There's my forum profile link if I wanted to modify that again. Some frequently asked questions. And down below is the list of forum categories that I can go to. I see there's Cracker Barrel Lounge. I'm going to go back in there again. And here's the main topics. I'm going to go ahead and create a new topic. And the subject is the name of the actual post. Here under the forums drop down, I can actually choose different forums. By default, we see that it's already pre-selected the forum that I'm currently in. But I can choose to post to a different forum that I have access to. I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the Cracker Barrel Lounge. And if I want to make a list, there are a few different ways I can do that. I can do a numbered list or a bulleted list. I'm going to go ahead and do a numbered list. And we're going to see item 1, item 2, and we'll see that while we're doing this remains highlighted, and we see that it automatically indents, and when I hit enter, it starts adding new numbers for me. And just like with the block code, if I want just like with the block quote, if I wanted to get out of that, I would just hit enter one more time, and we'll see that it takes away the indent, and the numbered list is no longer highlighted. And if I wanted to add a link, I could also do that. First, I'm going to add the text in here, and then I'm going to select what I would like to link. And here is the link button. It's a little links of chain in front of a globe there. Let's go ahead and click on this. And this automatically brings up a little dialog box that allows me to put in a website. And when we talked about HTTP and HTTPS, if it's a secure site, then I will use this drop down and choose HTTPS. And then we'll go ahead and click OK. And now you'll see that it now has an underline and automatically has the link color. And if I wanted to add an image to my post, sometimes it's nice to post up an image to help explain something, or just for to make the text look a little nicer. I'm going to go ahead and click on the image icon here. And the image icon brings up the dialog box that allows me to choose an image. Browse server means it's going to see what I already have uploaded to the website. So I'm going to click that button. And every user has their own folder, so images that I upload are only available to me, and images that someone else uploads are only available to them. I can see that I have 3 items I've already uploaded here. I'm going to go ahead and click on one of these images, and I see, oh, well, that's a great image, but that's not the one I was wanting to use. So let's see. on this one. Oh, that's the one I was wanting to use. So if I wanted to insert that file, I would go ahead and click on Insert File. We'll see that it puts that in at the exact size that it was uploaded. Maybe I think that might be a little too large. We'll go ahead and go back here. Have that file again. To make a smaller version of that, because in the width and height, that's pretty large, 398 by 600. That just gives me a good reference point on how large I want to make it. I'd like to make a small image, so I'm going to go ahead and check small, have it create a thumbnail, and now we can see, oh, okay, that's 150 by 150. That looks a little bit nice. So I'm going to go ahead and insert that file. This just shows me a preview, and I can see, okay, that's definitely a lot smaller file. That's the size that I'd like to use. I'm going to click OK, and it adds that image right there. And of course, if I wanted to link off the image, I could select that image and use the link icon again, just as we did in the text. For the moment, I'm going to go ahead and go to the bottom. I'm going to preview it just to see how it's going to look in the end. Okay, that looks great. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And now my post is live on the website. When I click on Cracker Barrel Lounge, you'll see that my post is right at the top. It's the newest post. And when I go back into the forums, if I look under My Posts, it shows that I have my first post added in there. Though that is the basics of using the NAEA forums, I think I will pass back to Ann Herndon for any questions.
Okay, thank you. If you would like to type some questions in. So does the link you added just go direct to the site if someone clicks it, or should it show the link?
The link that I added in the forums does show the link, and it does link directly to wherever I add into the link there. I'm going to go ahead and go there so you can see what that looks like. So with this link, I always like to hover over, and if we look, it'll go away. But right in the lower left, when I hover over, I see that goes to naea.org, and when I click on that, it's going to just bring me directly to naea.org. So whatever URL you type there is where it will go directly. Is there any more questions, Ann Herman?
Yes, can a forum be used for talent search?
That would probably need to be answered by Sarah.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me? This is Sarah.
Yes, I hear you great.
Okay, talent search. I'm trying to think of how to answer this. It is a networking tool for NAEA members. And so in theory, yes, you could use it for a talent search, but you couldn't necessarily search for individuals based on any criteria. That would be more of a function of the membership directory. Does that help to answer your question, Carolyn? Okay, great. And then we can move to the next question.
Yes, Jason, if you can go over how you got that picture again, maybe add a picture to the folder.
No problem. I will see if I have a picture available for me to upload. Okay, so I just had to create a picture for myself that I could upload. So I'm going to go to a place where I would like to add a new picture. You see my blinking cursor here. And I'm going to go up here and click on the image icon. That brings up the dialog box. It allows me to choose image. I tell it to browse the server. And if I don't find an image here that I would like to add to the website, then I can click on the upload icon here, and it tells me to choose a file. Go ahead and select choose file. And I'm going to go back to my desktop where I just uploaded that logo. There's what I'd like to use. And click on open. And go ahead and tell it to upload. And now we see it tells me it's been uploaded. Close this. That looks great. Click insert file. And then the preview shows me how that will look against the text. I think that would work fine. I'm going to click OK. And now that's included in my post.
Okay, Carol, do you have an additional question, or does that answer your question? Okay, another question is, what is the Cracker Barrel used for? So I think that's the Cracker Barrel topic.
I think Sarah could probably help you with that one.
Yes, and if anyone from NAEA is on, if you could, on staff, if you could help to type that into the chat window, because the Cracker Barrel Lounge, I know you use it for lots of things. You've used it for testing the forums, and you've used them for, it looks like talent search, but that's just from the chat that I saw today. So it seems to have a lot of different purposes. I'm sure there's a historical reason that I'm not aware of that NAEA staff could help us with. So we'll see if they'll be able to chime in and answer that. And in the meantime, ask if you have any other questions.
Do members have access to the NAEA logo for business cards and advertising?
That is another question for NAEA staff, external to the forums. I would guess yes, but that's really according to their branding and standards. Brandard's a new word I just made up. I hope that helps.
Can one sort by topic within an individual forum?
Okay, that's a great question. So I am in the Cracker Barrel, and all of these are clickable links, and these do actually change how the topics are sorted. So we'll see that there's a triangle that tells me it's sorting ascending by the last post. If I want to sort by topic, I can go ahead and click on topic, and now it is sorting descending by topic. So yes, anytime there is these clickable links at the head of a column, and those can be used to click on and resort all of the columns. You can also use the search area to find specific topics if you'd like to inform that
Are there any other questions? Okay, it looks like all the questions have been answered. Sarah, why don't I hand it over to you to close out the training session?
Okay, thank you, Ann Herndon. Thank you all for joining us today. We will have a follow-up training as well in case anyone would like. Philip Shine, thank you very much. I'm glad that you gained some value out of it. We will have another one, as I mentioned, and we will also, we've recorded the session and we will place it on the website for you to use as you need to kind of help anyone who missed this presentation, or if you need to refresh on how something's done. So again, thank you, and everyone have a very happy holiday and good afternoon. Bye-bye.